So, what is a conditional green card and how do you remove conditions? Welcome to U.S. Immigration Simplified. I'm immigration and business attorney Ronald Lee. A conditional green card is a 2-year green card issued to certain individuals, typically spouses of U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents, who are granted residency based on a qualifying relationship that is less than 2 years old at the time of approval. It is conditional because the U.S. government requires confirmation that the relationship or the investment that formed the basis for the green card is genuine and ongoing. Who receives a conditional green card? Marriage-based green card petitioners, granted when the marriage is less than 2 years old at the time the permanent residency is approved. Includes a principal immigrant and any dependent children. EB-5 investor visa, granted to immigrant investors who meet initial requirements to create or preserve 10 jobs in the U.S. Key characteristics of a conditional green card: it is valid for 2 years, cannot be renewed, and requires timely removal of conditions to transition to a permanent 10-year green card. How do you remove conditions? The process to remove conditions depends on the basis for the conditional green card. 1. For marriage-based green card holders, file Form I-751 petition to remove conditions on residence. When do you file this? File within the 90-day window before the expiration of the conditional green card. Late filings are only accepted with valid reason for the delay. Some documents that you may need would be evidence of a bona fide marriage, such as joint bank accounts, lease or mortgage agreements in both names, birth certificates of children born during the marriage, photos together, travel itineraries, or affidavits from family and friends. What happens if you're divorced? You can file Form I-751 either way by requesting a waiver of the joint filing requirement if the marriage ended in divorce but was entered into in good faith. You or your child were subjected to abuse or extreme cruelty. Termination of conditional residency would result in extreme hardship. As the EB-5 investor visa, you file Form I-829 petition by investor to remove conditions on permanent resident status. You file this within the 90-day period before the expiration of the conditional green card. Some documents you would need would be evidence of the investment, financial records, proof of funds used, proof that the required 10 full-time jobs were created or preserved, business licenses, and tax records. After filing the petition, receive a receipt notice, confirms that USCIS has accepted your application. This notice serves as an extension of your conditional green card's validity while the petition is processed. 2. Biometrics appointment. Attend a fingerprinting appointment if required. Adjudication. USCIS reviews the evidence and may request additional information via a request for evidence or RFE. An interview may be required if USCIS determines additional clarification is needed. And 4. Approval. If approved, you'll receive a 10-year green card. If denied, you may face removal proceedings, but you can present your case to an immigration judge. What happens if you don't file? Failing to file a petition to remove conditions by the deadline will automatically terminate your conditional residency. It may result in removal proceedings. In terms of processing times, typically processing times for I-751 or Form I-829 range from 12 months to 24 months. Your conditional green card remains valid during this period if you filed on time. What are some tips for success? Start early. Begin gathering evidence of your relationship or investment well before the 90-day filing window. 2. Organize evidence. Present clear, compelling documentation to avoid delays or RFEs. 3. Consult with an attorney. If your situation is complex, for example, a divorce, abuse, or business complications, legal guidance can help strengthen your case. A conditional green card is temporary residency status requiring proof of the legitimacy of the marriage or investment to remove conditions. Filing Form I-751 or I-829 with strong evidence within the required time frame is crucial to securing permanent residency. If you need help with removing your conditions, text me at 312-804-1386 or email me at ronald@rdllawgroup.com.